What defines you in life? Is it what you make of it or what it makes of you? Good morning, everybody. This is Wake Up Well. My guest this morning is someone who didn't let a label define him, even when he was diagnosed at age 4 with a learning disability. He created his own talk show in 2014, Keith Andrew Network, where he's interviewed celebrities, influencers, and CEOs. And here he is, Keith Andrew. Good morning, Keith.
Good morning. How are you?
How are you? So thank you for doing the show. Thank you for giving me a great topic to talk about today. You have been doing this for about, 7 years now, your show, your Keith Andrews show. But you actually started in high school. You started a talk show in high school. Is that correct?
Yes, I actually started back in 2004. I used my brother for an inspiration, and he had his own show, and I'm like, okay, if he can do it, I can do it too. So during my sophomore, junior, senior year of high school, I had the Keith and Andrew show, the Keith Power Hour show, the Keith Limelight show.
At what age did someone decide that there was something about you that was maybe a little bit different?
4.
When you were 4 years old?
Yes.
And what did they say?
I give you an example. I'm full of energy. I have ADD, ADHD. I suffer from depression. I'm socially awkward. Got tired of using my disability as a crutch. I would sit with my family and be like, my brother, because I'm the youngest out of 4 brothers and 1 sister. So the brother before me would say, I don't know what to do with my life. I don't know what to do. And they're like, oh, talk to one brother. He knows people. Talk to your sister. And I said, what about me? I said, what about you? You piss people off. You don't shut up. You don't follow directions. You read and learn at a 5th grade level to a middle school level. You never went to college. And you're on the spectrum of being retarded. So I said, you know what? I'm going to show you with a learning disability. Look at what I'm able to accomplish. And for 7.5 years, this is what I've been doing. No one has helped me. I haven't had any personal training. I said, you know what? I'm going to learn every step along the way by myself. And thanks to you, we're up to, actually, I have my binder right here. We're up to officially 739 episodes, officially.
Wow, 739 episodes. That's more episodes than I have. That's great. Now, you've been able to get celebrities on your show. You've been able to get CEOs and other influencers on your show. How did you actually go about getting guests for your show, especially in the beginning when you didn't really know what to do?
At the time, I was using LinkedIn. So I would add people on LinkedIn. I would email them either on the website or via their email, and I will contact them, say, hey, I'm doing this. This is what my show is about. I learn everything myself. I promote myself. I get myself out there all by myself, and I'm showing you, hey, I may learn at a 5th grade to a middle school level, or some people say high school level, but look at what I was able to accomplish for 7.5 years by myself.
That's absolutely incredible. And I think that's why people do say yes to coming on your show, is you are an inspiration.
I'm not here to be like a tearjerker. I'm not here to share a sob story. I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm showing you, look at what you're capable of doing. If someone says no, that's not a no, a nail in a coffin. That's a no for right now. It's not the right time. When someone tells you, you can't do it, it is what it is. All that does is fire me up, and I say, you know what? I'm going to make you eat those words. I'm going to accomplish my goal one way or another.
There's people who don't have a disability who don't have that attitude, who won't go out and go after their dreams because they let the fears stop them. So the fact that that fear fuels you, and I did a show about this recently, is amazing that you picked up on that. And I think that's a beautiful thing about you, that you just said, you know what, I'm not going to take what someone says about me, and I'm going to figure out how to do it. Everything is figure outable. Doesn't matter who you are, right? What advice would you offer to somebody who is trying to live out their dreams, who has been diagnosed with something similar to you?
What gets me through every day, it's waking up, putting a smile on, and say, I'm going to make an impression on people's lives. Doesn't matter if it's a big impression or a small impression. It's the thought that counts. But you're going to go the extra mile and make that difference in somebody's life.
So you are now officially an influencer on social media because you have been building up your brand for the last several years, doing what lots of people have been trying to do online and have achieved greatness with it. What does it feel like when people come on your show and you get to interview people and to do all of those things that you had set out to do oh so long ago?
It all started with a birthday wish. One thing I really want is to have a couple famous friends. I really want to become friends with these celebrities, famous WWE superstars. What do I have to contribute? What can I do to measure up to what they're doing? And I'm like, well, I have a disability. Why not turn the disability into a strength? That's what I was saying to you before, using it as a crutch. How about you turn it into something? So for 7.5 years, that's what I've been doing. I've interviewed actors, actresses, models, CEOs, professional wrestlers, people with disabilities, people without learning disabilities. And here I am, 7.5 years later, 739 episodes. I met over 1,000 people. The big reason for the show, it's therapy for myself to get over being socially awkward. So yes, I get to interact with people from all over the world, US, Canada, England, Japan. I get to meet so many people, and it helps me give me confidence about myself and feel better about myself. And in return, I can tell people out there who are listening, hey, it's okay to be yourself. You don't have to put a mask on. You don't have to put a face on. Be yourself and everything will work out.
That's fantastic that you say that, though, that you use it as a sort of therapy for you, that it's helped you kind of come out of your awkward shell. And you can see that about you. You're very incredibly well spoken. I can see how it has helped you. Tell me about your hashtag that you started and continues to grow, Break the Labels. What does Break the Labels mean?
At the time, I needed a catchphrase. And a lot of people are like, oh, John Cena has the "you can't see me," and you have other people that says, for people who like G.I. Joe, like, oh, yo, Joe. So I thought, if I had a catchphrase and something I can use, break the labels. And what the break the label says is showing you, and that's going back to what I mentioned before, it's showing you that labels do not dictate who you are and who you're going to be. People like to put labels on things. People like to say, you're on the spectrum of being retarded, or, you're someone who has a disability, or you're somebody like this, or you're someone like that. Americans like using labels. So I was like, you know what? I'm tired of people labeling me as the person who has a disability. So I said, hashtag break the labels. I'm going to break my label and show you that it does not dictate who I am and how I'm going to live my life.
So what's next for you? What's your next goal? What do you want to achieve in life?
For people who want to know about the Keith Angie Network, if you live in the New York City area, especially in Manhattan, every Saturday, 10:30 in the morning on Channel 2, you get to see an episode of the Keith Angie Network. And now the other thing is, If you don't live in Manhattan, don't worry, don't get stressed. 24/7. That's right. Any time, any place, anywhere. You go to YouTube or the Facebook fan page, KeithAndrewNetwork.com. Make sure to like and subscribe. And you get to see my work anytime, any place, anywhere.
Okay, so KeithAndrewNetwork.com if you want to watch any of your shows, and if you happen to be in New York City, you can find him on Channel 2 at 10:30, which, by the way, is an incredible accomplishment in and of itself. Because you know how many people would love to have a show on television in New York City? So I'm just going to say bravo for that and for asking, because one of the things I always tell people, aspiring hosts, is if you don't ask, you won't even get a no. So why not ask? Because you never know what can come from that ask. So your asking brought you exactly what you wanted. So good job. I'm giving you a round of applause on that. I think it's fantastic. And I love everything that you're doing, and that you continue to do it, and you continue to not take no for an answer. And also that you're out there trying to break the label, let people know that a disability does not have to define you. So find my friend Keith here at KeithAndrewNetwork.com, or you can follow him on Instagram at KeithAndrewNetwork, and then on Twitter at KeithAndrew88. And as you said, Facebook you can go to as well. That's Keith Andrew Network too. So thank you so much for being a part of my show, for coming here. And I'm looking forward to seeing what else you put out into the world. So thank you. And thank you, everybody, for watching Wake Up Well. And we'll see you next Wednesday at 11 a.m. Take care.